So this project was quite interesting. I got approached by Amos about 3 weeks before the deadline to go out about an idea about Dan being in a helmet and it kind of being a lock-off and singing the whole thing, and whether I'd be interested in doing that. And that's something I've definitely been interested exploring with, like, I love sci-fi, I love sets, physical sets and things like that, and I wanted to build something a bit larger than maybe Amos was expecting. You know, I think he was thinking this tight experience just like this, which we did include, but also going beyond that and knowing that, you know, we have the skills to kind of put that together for them. So the idea was to sing the song throughout in the helmet, but I was thinking, well, how do we add lighting to this and show the journey that he's on? I thought it'd be a really good idea to project everything onto the helmet, so you're seeing his journey through reflections. It's kind of like inward reflection that I think works really well with the subject matter and the story. I took a massive inspiration from the film Alien. I know that I'm a massive fan and that Amos is a massive fan, so I had a look at some of the opening sequences of that movie, and where the camera is kind of looking through the cockpit of the ship, of the Nostromo, and it kind of punches in on one of the helmets in the cockpit, and on that is this reflection of the digital console kind of going away. And I was like, oh, that would be really cool to kind of tell the story through that fashion and build it all with reflections. So the first things I did was to go away and make the CGI renders of what was happening outside the ship that would be reflected, so the planets and, you know, coming into the atmosphere as the fire's kind of licking over the ship, all that kind of stuff. I built that, and then the projections that are projected onto Dan's face have information from the console of what's happening in the ship. Now, as far as the space helmet, I knew that was something a little bit outside of my specialty. Just so happens that my brother-in-law is an incredibly talented prop maker, and I thought it'd be great to bring him in to do the helmet, but on a very tight budget, sadly for him. And then I set myself the task of building the set, the background for him, inspired again by films like Alien and 2001, and just wanting to get that rugged, old-school feel to it. I tend to prefer that more gritty look to the more shiny kind of holographic views that you have a lot in sci-fi nowadays.
Hi there, my name is Matt Neighbour. I'm a prop maker for the TV and film industry, from Marvel, Disney, DC, things like Star Wars, Avengers and Batman. I was fortunate enough to be contacted by Richard Oakes in order to help him with his TesseracT music video, which is great because they're a fantastic band, really like their stuff. He basically asked me to make a sort of an astronaut helmet thing, very much in the style of Aliens, and so this is what I ended up producing. We started off with a clear dome, cord out at the bottom to fit over Dan's head. It was then layered up with various different types of foams. There were other elements, things like, you know, the hoses and things, stuff like that, which was all just your standard washing machine hose. We also used various other types of kind of little textured kind of materials to give this kind of venting kind of effect. One of the concerns we had when Dan was going to be in this singing was the inside of it all kind of misting up and fogging up as he's kind of screaming at the at the front of the visor. So in order to counteract that, I came up with the idea of using my air-fed welding system, which as this hose comes from a nice filter at the back that blows cold air in, had that fitted in the back here, made a little keyway system so that we could plug that in, and that kept a nice flow of cold air running through the helmet at all times to stop it all fogging up on the inside. We then focused more on his spacesuit. We found a few old backpacks and things. This surprisingly actually started off as a turquoise and purple, so we had to strip it all down, paint it all, and then cut various bits off it and make it fit. This then got attached to the seat that Dan sits in, so that kind of gave him a nice kind of harness and gave him something to kind of hold on to and give him that sense of being in a ship. We also added a few tags on the body of the spacesuit, two at the front and then one at the back, and then they were attached to these tabs, which we fixed to the inside of the helmet, so they just looped through, velcroed on, and kept it nice and still so it wouldn't kind of move around as he was moving around during his performance.
So we've added the front panel out of MDF and the back panel from MDF. Still got some more stuff to do in here. I've cut out these sections that are going to be raised parts to feel a bit more like panels. We're going to do a couple here, add some more stuff, and then it's off to paint. Dry brush this with a brighter thing and it just brings out all the little details and the edges. Matt then came down to help build the framework that was going to hold the TV to cast the reflections onto Dan's forehead.
So that should be the outside edge of the TV.
So we want that centred on the beam.
So we can either centre it or we can go flush.
It's building a frame to put the TV on for the space reflections. The other thing we did in the look of this music video was to go for an anamorphic lens, which is the same type of lens that they used on the original Alien. So I ordered this, which is the Great Joy 50mm, and this arrived within a couple of days, and it's the perfect choice for this video. It has an amazing flare to it and an amazing look to it. And yeah, I'm going to purchase more of these for filming future things. So we've finally done everything, got everything prepped, got the lens, got the set, got the TV mounted. Hopefully it won't fall on Dan's head and kill him. But yeah, they're all about to get here. Hopefully the day goes well or I'll be in the sea.
I've got air coming in there.
Yeah, is it alright?
Yeah. If I sit back like this, does this lift up too much?
It's a little bit, yeah.
That's making me kind of like...
Do you want the chair to lean forwards a bit? What if I... Is that better or worse? That. There? That's it, I think. I'm wondering if we give them cushion.
I can't hear you, sorry.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
I'm helping him read. Like,
Yeah.
just the cushion help.
Just cushion help, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll sit you up a bit.
Yeah. Or maybe.
Just ask, is there anything else you could think that would help?
I'm trying to order a beer before I'm done for it. You don't speak the language.
Okay.
Thank you. Trying to figure out, I don't want to fumble to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I should be familiar with what I've got, but everything's a bit...
That's
He's
it,
freaking out.
nowhere in shot.
It's all right.
Doesn't matter.
No, because you're
You're crashing.
stressed, you're angry, you're like, it'll be okay.
In a crash, it would be a mess, right? Don't matter.
I literally can't hear myself talk, never mind you guys. Like,
When it was all set up and looking through the lens, it looked amazing, but I also wanted to add a little bit more of that classic vibe, and so we used the Tiffin Pro Mist quarter filters just to kind of haze the the highlights on the lights in the ship. Talking of the lights in the ship, we used the trusty box of Aputure MCs and MT Pros. We also used the Sidus Link app to program in different moods for each part of the video. As you can tell, I'm a massive fan of Aputure and I'll always use them on my projects. Thank you to them for always hooking me up. Then we shot the whole thing on the Pocket 6K to help bring up the highlights of the reflections on the helmet with the high ISO of the camera. Then I invited Dean Addison down to control the lights while I was filming, and also Craig Hinde to operate the projector and to spray some some air canisters into the top of the set while everything was going chaotic. And yeah, that was fun. It worked out well.
My fringe doesn't drop down.
Should you give it a
Otherwise
It does need a hair.
It doesn't look like
it's getting sloshed by the helmet and it gets sweaty. Down.
More down. More down. There. And then you try your...
Is that ready to go, Craig?
It's ready to go.
No.
Oh no.
Are you filming this?
Not very good, but it'll do.
No, that's all you're getting for another hour. That's your payment.
Right.
So that's it. That's how we did the video. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to everyone and everything. Go check everyone out. Go check the video. Go all that stuff. Bye.